Okay, round 19, Charlotte Motor Speedway. Before we begin, first and foremost, I want to give a big thank you to everyone who has signed up for the new series. Yeah, I still have to give it a name. I will eventually. I'm pretty sure a good chunk of the people that signed up for this also signed up for that one, so thank you for the renewed trust. But now let's focus on the task at hand, which is this race. 38 laps. And we lost already a bunch of positions to Dawkins, Boyd, Vasquez, and almost Taylor as well. Actually, one thing that I noticed is that there's a lot of brothers in of the drivers in this list. Of the drivers in this list that signed up for the other one. In the meantime, we catch up to Dawkins. Can we make the overtake? Stay away from the apron. There we go. She backs out. Now we got Lee, Movedell, Bell, and Voiles up next. And we almost clear... No, we do clear Lee. We go side by side with Movedell. As Bell is trying to overtake Voiles, but Voiles is way too far away, so no dice. That could potentially give us the room. The answer is no. But we clear Movedell, and we actually get a good exit off of 2. And we get a run on Bell, and potentially Movedell as well. No contact. There we go, as we clear Dinero Papuas. Okay, let me stand the bottom. As Vasquez and Abbott go side by side. Then is Bob Haywood. Then is Emma and I believe Eric Monaco. As we clear Vasquez. Now we gotta deal with Abbott. And now I go side by side with our mystery car, which I believe that... No, that's the mystery, that's Monaco. And Abbott leaves the door open for us, but naturally we don't take advantage. And that allows Vasquez and Vos to catch up. No, that's Pinella, not Vasquez. There we go. Of course, right now we're making good positions, but it'll be a matter of time before the AI actually start being competitive. But yeah, here's one thing that I want to mention, always in relation to Fork in the Road. I think I didn't mention it in the video, but in one of the previous videos. But one thing that I believe is not going to happen, as I was thinking about it at work, is that we might not have the chase for 2004 in Fork in the Road. Again, I know somebody might say, well, that's because everybody knows it, so there's really need to. But the thing is, if he said that, if he still mentioned the switch of sponsorship from Winston Cup to Nextel, I'm pretty sure he would have also mentioned changes to the point system. Well, the season is going to work. But since he didn't say anything, I guess we won't have any chase for Fork in the Road. In the meantime, there's Monaco. And yes, that might or may not have been inspired by yesterday's NASCAR Cup race at the Roval, and people dreading the possibility of Joe Logano going back to back. To which I said plenty of times, and I'll say it again. If Logano actually goes back to back and breaks the odd even stuff, curse stuff, a lot of people are going to quit NASCAR and never come back, even if they decide to go back to a full season format, which is the points format. In the meantime, caught up to Abbott. Can I make the overtake? He leaves the door open, and nice and easy. I go a little bit wide though, but I make the pass. And now Abbott is going to set up a counter move in 3 and 4. I'm gonna let him have it. There we go. Next up is Haywood. Oh, and if you want my honest opinions on the playoffs, I really don't care. I mean, I know it's weird that I don't care about it, because I should technically support it, because you know, everybody knows that I'm a Formula 1 fan, and of the last 24 years, only 7 championships have been decided at the final race. Those being 03, 08, and 07 and 08, 2010, 2012, 2014, 2016. I believe 2014 was also, and 2021. And I know somebody's going to mention 2006, but I don't really count it, because Alonso came to the final race with a 10 points advantage, and at the time victory was 10 points. So for the purposes, Alonso had the championship clinched, and the main reason why it was open to begin with was purely because of the tiebreaker. So not exactly the same circumstances, so I don't really count it. But yeah, I really don't care about the playoff system. If it's there, if it's not there. Which is weird, because I tend to joke on Discord server that I'm in about if they remove the playoffs, I can't wait for one driver to just dominate everything and clinch the championship early, or a driver winning the championship without winning a single race. But those are jokes. I don't really think that's not my serious thoughts. Although I will firmly admit that I fully expect NASCAR to completely overreact in case they decided to drop the playoff system, which could happen. Also, it could happen if Logano ends up winning the championship this year. I fully expect NASCAR to completely overreact and reinstate the playoffs in case those two scenarios happen. Of the driver just running away with the championship, or one driver winning it without going winless. So even worse, in quotes, than Matt Kenseth. But in the meantime, Norris has passed Espinosa for the lead, as we're struggling to catch up, to get up to this group of Harman, Haywood, and Emma. Although we have reached them, so maybe we can actually do something, finally. Contact with Emma. Oh, going a little bit wide. That's going to allow Haywood potentially, and the 61 is gone. That's Morbidelli. Tire failure. There we go. As now there's only harmony between me and the duo of Norris and Espinosa. 15 laps to go. Ooh. That usually something that happens to me, not something that I actually caused, but yeah, never mind. That ended up causing me, no, Haywood and Emma to catch up back to me. And yep, there we go. And this may be the moment in which the eye actually comes back. Or maybe not. But yeah, for Pokemon Evo 2004, I fully expect the chase to not be a thing. I forgot, that's for the justification. I'm willing to bet the justification has to do with Earnhardt, with Dale Sr., since a majority of people theorize that Dale Earnhardt would have hated the chase system. To be fair, Dale hated a lot of things when he was alive. For example, he hated the hunt system, so I wonder how he would have reacted if NASCAR made it once NASCAR made it mandatory. And I know somebody's going to answer that they would have made it mandatory because Dale was still, if Dale was still alive. But let's just put an hypothetical scenario where Dale survived, but they ended up using the Hans device. I mean, the Hans device wasn't just because Dale died. Now, for its purposes, Dale's death didn't exactly do anything to consider to make NASCAR consider more about safety. It took Blaze Alexander to die, and of course other people like Kenny Irwin and Adam Petty, of course, for NASCAR to realize, okay, people are dropping like flies, we have to do something. As Harmon made them struggling with Haywood and Emma, and myself as well. Ooh, hey! Oh fuck. Whew. That would have spelled disaster for me. But I mean, I know Harmon looks like he's gonna put absolutely no threat to Abbott. As we go 9 to go, we're in 5th. And another things in terms of because the other topics we talked about outside of the room of the playoffs is the possibility of the cars getting increased horsepower, which I'm actually sort of surprised that people are okay with this, because judging by the reaction of the next gen, or at least for the ones I've seen, increasing the horsepower is actually a bad thing, because if a crash happens, somebody's pretty much would cause somebody to die in that, because the next gen is an awful car that actually actively hurts people, according to the public at least. But then again, the increased horsepower thing is becoming the V8/V10 return arguments of NASCAR. Even though this time there is a little bit more sensibility than just than the V8/V10s. To which I know that when Ben Sulayem said that one of the plans is to go back to V10s back at the beginning of the year when they presented the cars, but come on, who was actually trusting them? I mean, a lot of people actually believed him on the word, but I didn't. I mean, come on. He did it purely because he was booed to hell and back at the presentation, and he needed some brownie points. And even if they want to go back to V10s, what are the chances that pretty much everybody's going to pull out, like Mercedes or Honda? But that's another topic which I won't cover because first and foremost, which is only 4 laps left before the race finishes, but also because it's a subject that yeah, it's a bit touchy. Because, you know, people still have nostalgia for the V10 cars, while that era was, for its purposes, one of the most boring of Formula 1 history. I think it was at Monaco, where qualifying at Monaco in 2002, where you take off the McLarens and the times were already getting like a second and a half in 2 seconds, which is basically just unfair. But you know, yeah, you know, V10, so everything is good. But in the meantime, looks like I'm not gonna get anywhere past 5th. But you know what? I'll take a top 5 over anything else. White flag in the air. Yeah, if only I didn't screw up with Harman. I very likely got him on 3rd, if not even just catch up to the leading duo, but whatever. And it looks like Norris is going to win this, as Emma goes for 3rd, and did she get it? No, she did not.
Alright, there's the checkered flag. Great job, buddy.
Okay. Back into the pits.
Keep it under 45. Keep it under 3,500 in 2nd.
Where's my pit stall? There it is.
The race is over. Come on in. We'll fill you up.
Okay. So, Norris wins, Espinosa 2nd, Haywood is in 3rd, wins the side-by-side against Emma for 3rd. Then is ourselves, Chase Abbott, Josh Harmon, Joe Piniella, Daniel Volos, and Eric Monaco rounding up the top 10. I believe this is Monaco's first ever top 10, or any good result whatsoever. So, congratulations, Eric. You got in the thumbnail rights, and Movedel a lap down because he had a tire failure, and Christian is here, Mia is here, so all 4 my drivers qualified. There's Kyle Allison again, and yeah, there's nothing else to say. So I guess let's check out the championship standings after the race. And so, Espinosa still leads the championship. Norris is now 49 points behind. Emma is down in 3rd, 74. And yeah, it now looks like the championship is going to be between Espinosa and Norris. Everybody else will have to fight for 3rd place. No major changes. Actually, no changes at all in the top 12. And ooh. Okay, so Anto Kubica still last car, and by a long wide margin. So biggest loser right away is Trevor Yarborough, who loses 8 places and now he's in 31st. Biggest winner are Victor Vasquez, Carson Miller, and Luke Larson, who all got in 2 positions. Vasquez is now in 26th, Carson Miller in 28th, and Larson in 30th. So, yeah. So, next couple of races is going to be Bristol, Darlington, Atlanta, and then Pocono. And yeah, and of course at Atlanta, we will be only at 10 races left in the season. So, yeah, let's see what's going to happen. But from Charlotte, it's going to be everything. If you like this video, give it a like. And if you want to see more content like this, hit subscribe and click on the notification bell so you get the next video drops. And I have nothing else to say other than see you next video, everybody. This is Alpha, signing out.